guys, welcome back to A Window to the North. I am Sarah. I am an expert, super passionate about traveling, about exploring the world, exploring new cultures, and living a nomadic / semi-nomadic lifestyle. If you have ever considered traveling to Europe or going to Europe as a digital nomad, you have probably heard about the Schengen area. So in today's video, I will explain to you what the Schengen area is and what its implications for possible visa situations for you are. The Schengen area is the EU's passport-free travel zone. It covers actually not only the EU members but also some other countries in Europe that are part of the Schengen Agreement and is the world's biggest passport-free travel zone. So this means within the Schengen area, here is a map of it, so you can see basically, all the countries that are part of it. Within this Schengen area, once you have entered it from any place, you do not need new visas or passport control within that area. It comprises, at the moment, there's new countries coming, but every now and then, but at the moment it comprises of 26 countries. So basically, once you have crossed the border to the Schengen area from anywhere, you are free to travel 26 countries without additional passport control or need for visas. Depending on where you come from and which passport you hold, this means that you either just need one Schengen visa to enter, you have access to all of these 26 countries, or if you come from places like the US, but there's a lot of other places as well that this applies to, you don't even need a visa, you basically just need a valid passport. The valid passport cannot be older than 10 years and must be valid for 3 months after you have left the Schengen area or after your intended departure. But be aware, from 2023 onwards, you will, even if you don't need a visa, fill in an electronic application form before you arrive, similarly to the ESTA that you need to apply or fill in when you want to travel to the US. You will now have to fill one in for entering the Schengen area from 2023. I believe it's called ESITAS. I will link it down below, the resource to it. So the Schengen visa allows you to enter the Schengen area for 90 days out of 180 days. Be aware, 90 days, not 3 months. And don't overstay, because honestly, if you are being caught by the border control, it's not worth it. You might be pulled in for questioning, you might be fined, you might actually get a note in your passport, which would then mean that in the future you would technically have to probably get a visa if you want to re-enter, and you might actually be denied from entering the country or the Schengen area again. So honestly, it is not worth it. But so yes, 90 days out of 180 days. This means you could either stay in the Schengen area, be that in one country or in all 26 if you're somebody who wants to really travel in quick succession for 90 days, and then you have to leave the Schengen area. A common way of doing this, for example, is to spend 90 days in the Schengen area and then exit to a neighboring country that is not part of the Schengen agreement and stay there for 90 days. Then you have filled your 180 days and can re-enter the Schengen area for an additional 90 days. Another option would be to hop in and out. For example, you decide you want to stay 1 month in the Schengen area. Let's say that month has 30 days, just for calculation's sake. So you stay 30 days in the Schengen area, then you leave to a neighboring country outside the Schengen area, travel for maybe another month outside of the Schengen area, enter either the same Schengen country again or the next neighboring Schengen country. I mean, the beauty in Europe also is that countries are so close together that you can basically just country hop back and forward, which is another benefit of the Schengen area and particularly the border-free travel. You can, once you've made it to Europe, you can really easily travel within Europe, for not much money, because you can take trains, buses, and even cheap airplanes, and very easily travel basically the entire continent, as long as you make sure that you never overstay your 90 days in the Schengen area in 180 days. But there's a lot of great countries that you can visit to, like top up your 180 days. If that is something that is interesting to you, I'll link a travel resource down below that is called Omnio, that allows you to see all bus, plane and train possibilities to travel within Europe in one system. Now, there are exceptions to this 90-day rule. Some countries have bilateral agreements with other countries. For example, the US and France, I believe, have one where you can stay extra in France, but not in any other Schengen country. But this is, I don't have any deeper knowledge of this, and I don't have any experience with this, so I suggest that this is something that you figure out yourself if it's something that you wish to enforce. I have, however, also heard that it, sometimes can depend a bit on the mood of the border control officer whether he thinks this is acceptable or not. The reason for this is that even in the EU, and even though the Schengen area is part of one big agreement, it is still individual sovereign states that also have their own rules, their own agreements within that big area. So if you would like to stay in the Schengen area for more than 90 days out of 180 days, there are two options for you. Number one is a digital nomad visa. There are quite a few countries already that are offering these, and there's more and more digital nomad visas popping up everywhere since the pandemic. Subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. I will start going into different digital nomad visas and their benefits, starting with actually visas in the Schengen country. This will be coming up soon, and I'll be posting videos here every Wednesday and Sunday, so stay tuned for that. The other option is to attain a EU passport. Now, easier said than done, I know. Here you have two options. One would be if you would stay in a EU country for a certain amount of time. Some countries allow you to, for example, renew their digital nomad visas. After 5 years, you usually can apply for residency and citizenship. The other one, a bit quicker, is if you maybe have a parent from an EU country that has emigrated to wherever you are living right now, you might be eligible for an EU passport. The beauty of that is that as an EU citizen, you have the right to travel, live, work, and put up residency anywhere in the Schengen area. I am German, I'm a holder of a German passport, and I have actually, with this German passport within the Schengen area, lived and worked in Sweden, Finland, Belgium, and the UK without having to go through any visa requirements and getting any kind of work permit or anything else. So if there's any chance you can get a EU passport, that is something that will make your traveling life and digital nomad life a lot easier. Alternatively, like I said, if you want a longer stay in the Schengen area, a good idea is to get a digital nomad visa to one of the Schengen countries and then move from Schengen country to Schengen country through digital nomad visas. Here's a list of countries that currently offer some form of digital nomad / long stay freelance visa in the Schengen area. Like I said, stay tuned, I will go into more details on those. And if you're wondering what the differences between digital nomad and tourist visas are, check out this video. I will also link it down below where I break down the differences. So basically, this is a breakdown of the Schengen area. It is, like I said, once you're in it, it is a fantastic way of traveling visa and border free within the area and getting to know a lot of the European continent. Stay tuned for the upcoming video where I will look at Croatia's digital nomad visa and give you the benefits and my thoughts on it. Subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up if you found this content valuable, and check out this video up here where I break down which things you should consider when deciding on your next digital nomad destination.